Hi again, this is Rick with AmazingAccuracy.com. It's currently February 13th, 2019, 12:08 p.m. Chicago time, and we're going to be taking a look at the Australian dollar currency. All right, it's time to pay attention to the Australian dollar, and here is why I believe so. If you take a look, this is a weekly chart. You can see the W's pressed in there. Each one of these price bars represents one trading week, Monday through Friday for most weeks. And right here represents this week, which is week ending February 15th, which would be Friday, this Friday. Okay, that would complete this weekly price bar. So right now, what you're looking at here is only a bar that is made up of Monday and Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, and I have not yet downloaded the end of day data because it's not end of day just yet. A few hours away. So the market's still going. Today's still going. And this bar here is only made up of 2 days so far, and that would be Monday and Tuesday. I'll go over here to the daily. You'll see that it's made up of this bar here and this bar here. These two bars right here, okay, are representative of so far this weekly bar. Now, if you look really closely, and let's see if I can like put an arrow or something on here, try out some tools here. If you look at that low right there, oh, that's cool, that works. You can see that the low of this week is actually lower than the low of last week. So we have here a price bar that has the potential of becoming a weekly swing bottom. And for those new to my terminology or the terminology, weekly swing bottom would look like that bar, would look like that bar, would look like that one, that one, that one, so forth. That one right there. I think that's the lowest of these two right here. Okay, so anyway, it's where you make a new lower low, and then the price bars that follow start moving higher, thus confirming these as swing bottoms. Okay, so week 215 is marked by this red diamond because it is a weekly F date, future date, F date, and it's been calculated as a likely cycle date. It is also just so happens to be supported by simple Fibonacci, and therefore it is a good week to look for a weekly swing bottom. The probability is on the high side. That's when I say high probability, it's 80% or higher likelihood that you will see a weekly swing bottom. Now you can see I have 215 plus here, and then 222, which is next week. So, and then there's the greater than you can see inside the red diamond here, saying that it's likely this week, but if it doesn't, it could be 1 week late, but then the probabilities skyrocket way above 90 if it goes into next week. But also notice here, this red zone is an oversold zone, and this one is a 4-week oversold zone, as opposed to here's an 8-week. You can see this dark part right here, and then this whole thing right here is a 16-week. Okay, and the major bottom so far is in the long term, but right now this week is in the shorter term, the 1 month oversold area. So we are oversold right now, and this increases the probability that we would rally out of this area, as it's already starting to do that, as you can see here, for the next week to 3 weeks to go. Over here, if you'll take a look, oh, I see I got my arrow tool still working here. Maybe I should disable that. I'm not sure how. Learning some new tools here. I think that, Okay, well, I can't seem to move this, so I'm going to go ahead and just point at it. This here is the seasonal data report. This is a really super tool indicator that's built into my provisions charting application that our premium members are able to use as part of the membership. And if you'll look here, week 215 is actually one of the highlighted weeks right here, which gives it a high probability of producing this weekly swing, because historically, as calculated here, it would do that for this time frame within the weekly cycle. And this swath of blue area here is really a welcome sight when you are looking for a new turn and you want to see is it seasonally likely to continue for at least some period of time, and it looks like that is a very good possibility based on all that. So really handy tool. I really love using this thing. Anyway, on the daily, let's bring the, well, how am I going to get this thing back? All right, let's see. Do I have access? Yes, I got access again. That's great. All right. So on the daily, there we go. Okay, now this is interesting because we just looked at the weekly, but look at the daily, and you'll notice that as we come down to this red diamond, these here are daily price bars. Excuse me, these are daily price bars now. We're in the daily chart. And you can see that price dropped all the way down into this red diamond area, and then we got this green bar, which means that yesterday was a positive day. We're in the oversold zone in the daily time frame as well as we were here in this weekly time frame. So when you have your weekly and your daily seemingly in agreement, this is a good thing, especially if you're looking to get into the market. Now, if you'll notice here, the previous F date was right here, and notice that we had hit this swing top, lower swing top right here on February 5th, and then it just shot down below that low on 2/6, which I have it already written here ahead of time, and this also indicates 2/6. So we had this really great drop down. And in our membership, we referred to this F date here and this bar here as a sell setup. So we really had a good sell off that. But now we're looking at, hey, rally time off of this F date. So we're going to look for this to rally up. Now, the short-term move here is likely to end somewhere around this $ F date that you see here. The 219, 220 time period over here is what I'm speculating, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to end for good and then start shooting all the way down, because don't forget, we are expecting a weekly swing bottom here, and if you get a weekly swing bottom, you could expect at least 1-2 weeks of climbing here. So this would just be a temporary pullback, and then it would resume again and so forth. So right now, this is a really good launch point for this weekly swing bottom. So the probability is really, really good here, but it's short term for the daily, okay? So we're looking at this short term for the daily. And I also noticed that I have some indication down here. I put a star, 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 and I don't remember why I did that. But because I do this in advance, and then I give myself little stars to say, hey, you really got to keep your eye on this particular day. Well, that was yesterday, 2/12. So I'm just going to go ahead and believe whatever it is that I noted here, but I wish I could remember why. One of my indicators somewhere alerted me to this. So I'm now alerting you. Today is February 13th. Currently, the hourly chart, or the 4-hour chart, the Australian dollar is currently pulling back down. So that gives another opportunity to get in at a better price if you're looking to trade the currencies. And I'm bullish the Australian dollar until around February 19th, 20 for the short term. And then I'll look later to see whether I'd continue being bullish, most likely after a good pullback. But for right now, I'm bullish. And the only thing that would kick me out of my bullishness is if this low of 212 is violated. So this low right here, which I have showing as, this is Australian dollar futures, so you'll have to look at what the equivalent is for the Forex, but I have it listed here at 70.58. So that's my get out of jail card right there. If prices go below that low of yesterday, then this completely just is a bailout point. Other than that, great opportunities for buying pullbacks, intraday, so forth for day traders, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm not going to talk specific trades, but I wanted to give you this forecast. So there you go. The weekly, again, high probability this is going to be a weekly swing bottom, and very high probability, I believe we've already confirmed this is a daily swing bottom with today's trading. I believe it has already gone above the high, but right now it's pulling back intraday. But I believe it will continue to go up towards February 19th and 20th, that time period. All right, well, hey, thanks again for watching. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, click the notification button so that you'll know when my videos are uploaded, because they are time sensitive. And I thank you. Oh, and give me a like too. That would be so awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.